Hello, and welcome back to our continuing Settlement Survival How To Let's Play series. I'm Larry, and it is episode 57. And it's been a long journey. It's been a whole lot of fun. And wow, do I have some groundbreaking news for you today. I don't know if you call it news, but many people have asked me, what is the secret sauce to this game? And believe it or not, I had an epiphany because I'm sitting there trying to fix my map and what did I do and all the headaches that I've created. And people keep on asking, what's the magic? How do you do it? And the simple fact is, the devs are evil geniuses. They are just totally insidious people. This game is about balance. I mean, everybody asks, what's the end to this game? What's the final result? And the simple fact is the goal, which has never been stated, is perfect balance. It is so crazy obvious. Hiding in plain sight is we're trying to achieve the perfect balance society where you have to control everything. I mean, if you look at like the population stress, if you don't provide their needs, then you're basically rewarded with, okay, we're not going to have babies if you're not going to give us what we need. So when I put out the goal of 2,000 adult settlers, okay, that's all well and good, but can I maintain a 2,000 adult settler with perfect happiness? I mean, to where we're at 100% fertility rating. I mean, that is basically the goal of the game. Can you actually achieve the perfect balance? And the dev said, okay, here's this map size that you've chosen, either small, medium, or large. Now, can you create a settlement and keep it in perfect balance? That's what this game is all about. So, if you just look at everything, all the red herrings that the devs have thrown in our path to throw us off our game. I mean, if you look at this triple lane bridge, does it look gorgeous? It does, but they only used the center part of the bridge. So now we're wasting space, but it looks awesome and we can design around it. So they throw out all these little warm fuzzies at us to throw us off our game because that's what we're trying to achieve. And the funny thing is, the devs have never said, hey, this is what it takes to beat our game. This isn't, we set our own goals. The devs haven't. They're just like, okay, here is this crazy, insane game, and let's see if you can actually achieve what needs to be achieved, even though we're not telling you what needs to be achieved. You see what I'm saying? I mean, this is like so mind-boggling that it hurts the noodle. I have to, Gleamer Studio, I have to take my hat off to you. This is probably the hardest game I will have ever played in my life. And I love city builder games, but they have thrown every random event at you. I mean, you can't control if somebody gets hit with a meteorite. You can't control, if somebody gets beat up in their house, they go to the hospital and die. There's so many crazy things that you have to compensate for. Just like the biggest thing you have to worry about are ankle sprains or broken feet. So that in itself is so random that you can't control it. Only thing you can do is try to compensate for it. So where it doesn't matter if you're into cluster building, doesn't matter if you're into market packing, you have to achieve the balance. So ultimately, that's the reason why devs built this up. You have a marketplace. So now what's it going to take to, in this single marketplace with all your population, how do you achieve perfect balance? So we start plopping marketplaces all over the place trying to achieve this, when in actuality, the core of the game is one marketplace. Can you keep all these people happy and perfect and keep your society in balance? That's what this game is about. It is the ultimate mind-boggling. I would rather use a different adverb as far as mind blank, but I'm going to keep it to the G rating. So for all of you that have asked me, message me, what is the perfect build? How do you achieve balance? Well, that comes to you. Depending on how many people you want living in your settlement and have everything in perfect balance. We're talking the birth rate to death rate you have to compensate for. Over producing, you have to put that in perfect balance, and you have to compensate for everything the devs throw at you. Like right now, I have acid rain coming. Am I going to have enough supplies to get my citizens through it and keep them happy? Just like, the tornadoes, they've set it up to where you lose your livestock, you lose your agriculture. So you have to compensate for that. This is like the most mind-boggling, hardest game you'll ever play in your life. And I've played a lot of city builders, but this is just like, oh wow, this is insane. So now my big question is, I have almost 1,500 people. Can I make them happy and put them in perfect balance to achieve my 2,000 goal? Then how far can I go above the 2,000 goal to make sure everything's in perfect balance? So I am taking this series in a different direction. We are going to go for the max population for a map, but it has to be 100% sustainable, to where if anything goes wrong with how we have this designed, is can it be perfectly happy? Can it be perfectly sustainable through all the tragedies? That is going to be our ultimate goal. So yes, for everybody that wants the secret sauce is absolute balance, and you have to account for tragedy. So yeah, all these double roads, sure, they look awesome, but in the actual game mechanic, they're only using the same one road. So for me, it looks pretty, but as far as the game is concerned, you know what? You built an extra road you didn't need, because we've already put it in the game that Jade roads are the fastest, and you have to build around that. So that's the crazy part, is you have to balance where your industries are at. You have to balance where your agriculture is at. You have to, everything you basically have to balance. So yeah, this is such an insane game that the question is, you have to ask yourself, are you up to the challenge? This is mind-boggling, mind-blowing. This is just nuts. So this is going to be the hard part, because I'm going to struggle to build villas. Okay. Well, when you build villas, when we get this whole market packed, I started thinking about it. Look at all the upgrades that they offer you. You have the custom furniture, which gives you extra happiness. Then you have the luxurious bedding, which allows you more people. And then you have toilets that increases health level. You have cats that control stress level. So then, once you get all your villas built in the town, how many of them are going to need cats? How many of them are going to need toilets? How many of them need the extra space? So just in that, it's a whole different part of the game that you actually have to control. Everything you have to basically balance to your society if you basically want to proverbially win the game. This is probably going to be the most stressful and hardest game I've ever played in my life. And I've played a ton, but this one, with the whole thing that the devs have done, is putting randomness into this game. That, are we up to the challenge to do it? You see all these big streamers fly in, they play the game for a week and it's just rinse and repeat. It's like no big deal. Oh, they totally missed out what the game is. So for all of us that love settlement survival, I think all of us misunderstood what this game actually is. Sure, you get to build a settlement, but can you keep them happy, healthy, live long lives? Even the devs put in that one building to where you can shorten the lifespan of your settlers. So, okay, because here I was going to take up a ton of space in my nursing homes. But it's like, now I'm rethinking it like, I should have some, but, should I get that building, or hope to get that building that decreases life expectancy? So, and then you have this one special building, which is probably the most ultimate hard intensity of the game, which is the goof off hero. If you throw the goof off hero in your map, can you maintain balance and make everybody happy? So I'm not even going to get near this one, because it's like, oh, hell no. So that's something you have to watch out for. But, I've always said, you do you and play the game that you want. But just because I build it a certain way does not mean you can copy me and achieve the same result. This game is going to be random to you, and how we create our own problems and how we fix them. So, yeah, this is going to be a crazy series going on, because now I have to put this in balance and then grow to the population that we want and use 100% of the map. So this is going to get crazy. And yeah, so I'm going to let it go at this and keep this video short. So are you up to the challenge? That's the big question. If you're going to start this game, are you going to see it to the end? Because let's put it this way. If you can achieve in beating this game, you can literally pretty much anything you want to do in life. I mean, this is how dialed in that this game is. And it's going to totally change your thought process on how you do things. And you can take it in life. So, yeah, I know that sounds kind of deep, but hey, that's just, this is like the ultimate training game. This is a game that they should have kids play in school, and so they can achieve and understand everything. So in its core, this is a supply and demand game, flat out. Now, do you want a happy balanced population, or do you just try to ram everything through to achieve your population goal? So that's where we're at. If you like what I said, or you're mad at what I said, I'm sorry, but that's the secret sauce for all that everybody that was wondering what's going on. That's what you have to do. You're going to be ultimately building a market, supplying it in perfect balance. And the question is, can you achieve that balance? So I will be uploading more videos, of course, and we're going to see, can we achieve the ultimate goal? So if you like the video, hit like. If you want to follow, please follow, and I will be talking to you soon. Have a good day. I know I am. So see ya maybe later today or tomorrow. Bye.